Hello Tailoring Talkers, John here. We have been sent a case from Benks, an iPhone 17 case, and I've been lucky enough to test it out, so I wanted to give you a few thoughts about the case and whether I like it. Alright, so this is the Benks ArmorPro. It's built with Kevlar 600D. Benks offer this as thin but serious protection. So I have been rocking the Pitaka Ultra Slim case before this, so it's an interesting comparison to make. The point of this video is to see if it's really the protection that you're looking for your phone, and whether the quality and the strength of the case is for you as well. So let's talk about the DuPont Kevlar, which is the main structure of the case on the back. It has a shock-absorbing TPU frame around the outside as well. So it looks quite nice, but also it's built to take a hit. Let's look at a few things I always check when I am reviewing my phones. The first thing I always check is the camera protection. And usually on a case there's a raised lip around the outside of the hole for the camera, for the bevel. I think it's called the plateau, the iconic plateau. So do check that on your phones. Looking at the Benks here, we have a raised bezel for the camera, which has kind of an aluminium sort of finish to it with the lovely Benks logo on the side of this. It does pass the wobble test because I think because of the all-wear long camera plateau, the phone is a lot less wobbly. It's still at an angle, but it's something I'm never really bothered about. So I'm happy for it to be face up or face down. So let's look at the MagSafe accessories. Benks sent me the magnetic wallet case and stand, and also what's called the ArmorPop phone grip and stand. They're both two MagSafe accessories that snap quite nicely onto the back of the case. I have to confess I've used the ArmorPop phone grip and stand way more than the wallet. The wallet I have used, it's very useful. It attaches to the back of the phone really firmly. I think Benks offer what's called a 9.2 Newton magnetic force for this case, so it's pretty strong. I've tested the essentially the pop grip, and I've been pleasantly surprised. I've never bought one of these before because they've generally been the remit of the teenager. And in fact, when I was showing my colleagues this, they did say, "Oh, my kids have this." But actually, I've been pleasantly surprised about how useful this is, especially for holding the phone one-handed. It's very secure. I have tried testing it. You've really got to chuck your phone away from you really hard for the case to fall off. And it fits comfortably inside the grip, and some sort of magical spring inside brings it back in really snugly and really nicely. I'm very impressed with the functionality of the ArmorPop grip. And also, as a stand to have on your phone at all times, it's been really, really useful. I can use it standing up. I can watch maybe a film at my table. I'm having a cup of tea on its side. And yeah, I found it really, and in fact you can spin the stand round, really, really useful. So I'm really impressed with the ArmorPop grip. The wallet, brilliant. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It holds 3 cards, which you can slide in and pop up when you need them. It also has NFC protection as well, so you can, protect your cards from any readers nearby if people are trying to scam you. The stand works really well. Again, you can use it in a very similar way to the ArmorPop grip stand, but I do favour the smaller stand on my phone normally. Both of them work really well. They both pass the pocket test to putting into your pocket. In fact, the pop grip, I've sometimes forget about it being on the back of the phone. I've placed my phone on my MagSafe charger and forgotten it. Obviously, it won't charge through the pop grip. You do have to remove it to charge. So just bear that in mind. In terms of the actual look and feel of the case, it's not quite as thin as my Pitaka, but I would say this is a really good balance between thinness and strength. It feels lovely. Again, you get that lovely sort of slightly bumpy weave feel, but it's still very, very smooth to hold. I don't think it's bulky like you get with some stronger phone cases. I like the aluminium frame, as I said before, that goes round the camera plateau. It gives a more premium feel to it. But also, let's look at the buttons around the side. Now, on my Pitaka, the camera control button is a bit less responsive. I find that on this case, the feel of it, the way it pushes into the phone, and the way I can slide my finger across the actual grip, the button itself to control the camera controls is a lot more responsive than Pitaka. The buttons, the volume buttons and the action button on the other side are really good as well. They're very clicky and responsive. Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm pushing my buttons through the case. They feel like it's part of the phone, which is really good.
I do also want to add the lip. The lip on this case, which you should always be testing for protection, is pretty good. It's not massively above the screen, but it is enough to actually protect the screen if it falls onto its front. So I can drop it quite confidently onto its front and know that even without a screen protector, that the lip is high enough to protect the screen.
Let's talk about the coating. I mentioned it before. The coating on the back of the phone is called the Excimer or the Excimer UV layer. And the idea is that's an extra layer to the case to prevent smudge and to prevent any sort of dirt or grease staying on the phone. In terms of toughness of the case, it is a military standard. It's the MIL standard 810H, which is 3 times military standard protection. So it's positioned here as slim but not fragile. Again, we're looking at this balance between thinness and protection. I'm very impressed overall with the case. A couple of things I did notice when removing the case and putting it back on. A couple of times the aluminium frame around the camera did fall out. I had to replace it back into the case. So it's not glued in, it's separate. And I'm wondering if that can be removed if you prefer it without the aluminium frame. Also, I do notice after use that on the MagSafe on the back, especially with the pop grip, you do see a slight discolouring, or you can see where the case has been, and I think that's probably as I'm rotating it for the stand, it's wearing the case slightly. Overall, I think if you want a Kevlar style, a grippy TPU frame, strong MagSafe, and that really nice metal camera frame, the ArmorPro is actually a very easy recommendation. If you want ultra thin above everything, you might prefer some of the Benks do offer some lighter armour. It's called the Armour Air style, or you can look at other cases. But if you're looking for a stylish, strong, kind of modern looking, minimalist looking design for your phone, it's a very good case to buy. And the cost, its website offers it for $39.99. I think that's dollars. It might be cheaper in pounds. So it's not going to break the bank as well. Both accessories are in the £30 range as well. So you might want to just get the case and decide whether you want to go for the wallet or the pop grip. But overall, a very, very good case and worth a buy. As always, do like our video and do subscribe to our channel to watch more videos, and check out our channel for more later on. Thanks for watching.